Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound statement underpins an age-old wisdom that's as valid today as it was in the times of the Roman Empire. The essence of this wisdom? Mastering your mind is the key to unlocking limitless potential within yourself. Imagine a world where you're in control of your thoughts, where your mind is a well-tuned instrument, playing the symphony of your life. A world where mental resilience is not just a concept, but a practiced reality. This is the power of cognitive restructuring, the ability to change the way you think, to reframe your perspective, to turn obstacles into opportunities. The mind is a mighty tool. It can be your greatest ally or your fiercest foe. But the choice, my friends, is yours. Understanding the power of your mind is the first step to harnessing it. The greatest battles are often fought within the confines of our own minds. This arena is where we encounter formidable adversaries such as self-doubt, fear, and negative self-talk. These mental barriers, although invisible, can be as tangible and obstructive as any physical wall. Self-doubt, for instance, can paralyze us, preventing us from exploring new opportunities or reaching for our dreams. Fear, on the other hand, can lock us in a state of constant anxiety, hindering our growth and potential. Meanwhile, negative self-talk can erode our self-esteem, making us feel unworthy or incapable. However, it's crucial to remember that these barriers are not invincible. Each one can be dismantled, brick by brick, with the right tools and mindset. The first step in this process? Recognition. By acknowledging these barriers, we shine a light on them, reducing their power over us. Recognizing these barriers is the first step to overcoming them. Now you may wonder, how does one overcome these mental barriers? Well, let's dive into some real-life examples that beautifully illustrate this journey of mental mastery. First, consider the story of Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time. Phelps faced his fair share of mental barriers, including a diagnosis of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder as a child and struggles with depression as an adult. However, he harnessed the power of his mind to not just cope, but to excel. He used visualization techniques, picturing himself winning each race, stroke by stroke, even before he entered the pool. This mental training was a crucial part of his journey to become an Olympic champion. Next, let's look at J.K. Rowling, the world-renowned author of the Harry Potter series. Before her success, Rowling faced numerous rejections and was even told to get a day job as her writing wouldn't pay the bills. Instead of succumbing to these discouragements, Rowling chose to believe in herself and her story. She persisted, and her mental resilience eventually led to the creation of one of the most beloved literary series in recent history. Finally, consider the journey of Elon Musk, the visionary behind SpaceX and Tesla. Musk has faced countless setbacks, from early business failures to personal adversity. However, he has always remained steadfast in his belief that progress is possible, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. His unwavering mental fortitude has driven him to push boundaries and redefine what is possible in technology and space exploration. Each of these individuals faced their own unique set of mental barriers, yet they all shared one common trait: the ability to master their minds. They harnessed the power of their thoughts, challenged their limiting beliefs, and pushed through adversity to achieve their goals. Their stories serve as vivid examples of the power that lies within our minds. Remember, the mind is a muscle, and like any muscle, it can be trained and strengthened. Each of these individuals mastered their mind, and so can you. So, the first practical step to mastering your mind is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present, consciously aware of where we are and what we're doing. It's not being overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's happening around us. It's about observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we practice mindfulness, we're cultivating our ability to pay attention in a specific way. We're learning to live in the present moment, in the here and now. This is incredibly powerful because it allows us to respond to situations with clarity rather than react out of habit or impulse. So how do you practice mindfulness? It's simple. Start by focusing on your breath. Feel the air as it enters and leaves your body. Notice the sensations, the rhythm. Let your attention rest on your breath. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the breath. Mindfulness brings you back to the present, the only moment you truly have control over. The second step involves cognitive restructuring. This powerful technique involves identifying and challenging harmful thought patterns. Often our minds get stuck in a loop of negative thinking, which can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental hurdles. Cognitive restructuring invites us to question these thoughts, to examine them critically, and to replace them with healthier, more balanced perspectives. Think of it as spring cleaning for your mind. You're decluttering, getting rid of thoughts that no longer serve you, and replacing them with thoughts that empower you. It might sound like a daunting task, but it's simpler than you think. Start by becoming aware of your thought patterns. When a negative thought arises, don't just accept it as truth. Instead, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought based on facts, or is it a product of my fears and insecurities? And then replace that thought with a more positive, balanced one. Cognitive restructuring allows you to rewrite the narrative in your mind. The third step is building emotional resilience. Picture a castle, standing tall and unyielding through centuries, weathering storms and the harsh test of time. That castle is an emblem of emotional resilience. It's that inner strength that enables you to bounce back from setbacks, disappointments, and failures, to keep marching forward, undeterred by the hurdles life throws your way. Emotional resilience isn't about not feeling pain or suppressing emotions. It's about acknowledging your feelings, understanding them, and then navigating through them. It's about the courage to face your fears, to pick yourself up when you stumble, dust yourself off, and continue your journey with renewed vigor. So how can we build this fortress of emotional resilience? Firstly, practice mindfulness. By being present and aware of your emotions, you can manage them effectively rather than being controlled by them. Secondly, foster positive relationships. Surround yourself with supportive and uplifting individuals who can provide you with emotional support during tough times. Thirdly, maintain a positive outlook. Yes, it's easier said than done, but remember, optimism is a habit that can be cultivated. Start by practicing gratitude, focusing on the good in your life rather than dwelling on the negatives. Lastly, take care of your physical health. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can significantly impact your emotional well-being. When the body is healthy, the mind follows suit. Remember, emotional resilience isn't built overnight. It's like a muscle that strengthens with regular exercise. It's a journey filled with small steps of progress, each one taking you closer to mental mastery. And why is emotional resilience so vital? Because it equips you with the ability to adapt to change, to cope with stress, and to rise from the ashes of adversity. It enables you to face life's challenges head-on with courage, determination, and grace. Emotional resilience is the armor that shields you from life's adversities. So forge your armor, strengthen it, and wear it with pride. Because mastering your mind begins with building emotional resilience. Mastering your mind is a journey, not a destination. As we've journeyed together through the power of the mind, recognizing mental barriers, real-life examples of overcoming these barriers, mindfulness, cognitive restructuring, and emotional resilience, we've discovered a path of wisdom that is both accessible and profound. Each of these steps is a stepping stone on your journey to mental mastery, each one leading you further along the paths of wisdom. And yet it's crucial to remember that these steps aren't a one-time leap, but a continual climb. A climb that requires effort, patience, and resilience. But it's a climb worth making, for at the top lies the peak of self-control, emotional balance, and a clear, articulate mind. Just like a marathon runner doesn't start by running 26 miles, you don't have to master all these steps at once. Start small. Begin with mindfulness, focusing on the present moment. Then, little by little, start recognizing your mental barriers. Use real-life examples as your guiding stars, drawing inspiration and courage from their stories. Next, venture into cognitive restructuring. Challenge your thought patterns, question your beliefs. Remember, it's not the situation that's causing your distress, but your thoughts about the situation. And once you've started this process, you'll begin to develop emotional resilience. You'll find your emotions becoming less of a roller coaster and more of a calm sea, your mind becoming more articulate and your thoughts more controlled. And above all, remember to be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey. And every journey begins with a single step. So start today. Take that first step. Whether it's practicing mindfulness for 5 minutes, challenging one negative thought, or simply deciding to take control of your emotions, every step counts. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So take that step today and begin your journey to mastering your mind. Thank you for joining us on this journey to mastering your mind. Now it's your turn to embark on your personal path of wisdom. Let this be your first step towards controlling your emotions and articulating your thoughts with clarity. Make sure to hit subscribe for more guidance on this transformative journey. Until next time, remember, he who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. Lao Tzu.